Come on in, y'all. It's time to get this brisket in the oven. It is 8:30. This brisket is 15 pounds. So I cut about 3 pounds of fat off of it. But anywho, it's got to cook 1 hour for every pound. So we're going to cook this baby for about 15 hours. Last night, I did another video where I took, got all of the fat that I didn't want on here. And it's probably equal fat on both sides. So it's just a toss up how I'm going to put it on here. I'm getting it out. Whew, a big old piece of meat, y'all. You know, you put it where the fat is on top so that it cooks down through the rest of your meat. So I got me a 4-line pan here. Whoa, there we go. That pan is just about the same length as my meat. Woo-wee. I just barely made it that time, y'all. Almost didn't do too well with that one. So anyway, the brisket is on the pan. And as you can see, it's nice and seasoned up. So what I'm going to do with it now, I'm going to wrap it in this foil. I got foil. The pan is wrapped in foil, and then I got foil to wrap the brisket. So this is how I'm going to wrap it, y'all. Let's go ahead and make sure we got enough room up there. We got room on the sides. And in the middle. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to put me another piece of foil here because I want it wrapped really, really tight. But I also want it wrapped to where I can get into it when I need to look at it, okay? So, let's get another piece of foil. You got to have another piece of almost to that piece there. Well, at least I can slide it down some. But anyway, what I want to do right now is to make sure I get this foil wrapped around this brisket nice and tight. I don't know how I'm managing not to cut this paper any bigger than what I did. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to put some over. You know I will not be defeated, right? No. We're going to make good use of all of this foil that I've torn off. I'm going to do it just like so. Because actually, once I put this brisket in the oven, I'm not going to disturb it until I get ready to cut it. And that's going to be 15 hours from now. So what we're going to do is get it all nice and wrapped up here. There we go. Get it all nice and wrapped here. I was in here, Kareem and I was talking about cooking. I was just giving some pointers on when you're cooking. You know, in order to be a good cook, you have to be aware of what you're doing. You have to pay attention and stay focused on what you're doing. So we got this baby all wrapped up. She is wrapped and ready. This is heavy duty foil too, y'all. I went ahead and got that heavy duty foil to put on here so that it won't be tearing up on me. And it's a Food Line brand. It works pretty good, but the box is horrible. I don't know why they make the box so bad. But anyway, that's my brisket. It's getting ready to go into I'm putting it in a 225 degree oven. And we're going to run it on through there for 15 hours. When I wake up in the morning, I'll get up and go ahead and get ready to take, I guess I'll get it out of there around 10-ish or something like that. And then I'll go ahead and run my turkey through there for a few hours. We're going to eat dinner about 4:30. So here we go. Middle rack is where I'm putting this. Well, that's not the middle, is it? Let me close that back up for a minute. We'll get this 250. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said 225. Should be on 250. I'm sitting it right in the middle of the rack. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put me some water right in the bottom of the pan. That's just to help to keep that moisture in. Because we don't want no dried up meat, do we, y'all? Okay. It's going to put me let's see, probably that water get around on there. And we just, and from time to time, I'll look back in my pan to make sure there's still some water in there, because I want to keep that water going. So the brisket is ready to go into the oven, y'all. When y'all see this baby again, she'll be ready to cut and eat. Happy, gracious, wonderful, beautiful Thanksgiving morning to everybody. November 24th, 2022, Thanksgiving. It's on, y'all. I got all of my stuff ready that's not already done. I'm getting ready to rock and roll now. It is 10:50. No, it's actually 9:59. I gotta change my clock. My brisket is ready to come out the oven, so we're gonna have a drum roll here, but I'm just gonna take y'all around the way. I got my Ford hooks laying over there. That's the turkey right there. Get ready to go in as soon as I get this brisket out. I got my stuffing locked and loaded. There's my mac and cheese right there in that pan. It will be going in shortly. And all these things will be happening here in the Howell house. I got my greens over here. They are thawed out. Been having thawing since yesterday. And they're going to get put in a pan. And I've got all kinds of stuff just waiting to be done. So as I go along, I will bring y'all up to speed on what I've already done. So we're going to get over here and get the camera set up. I'm getting ready to take this brisket out now. Seriously. It's been in there since 8:30 last night. And it is now almost 10 o'clock. So we're going to check it out. We're going to put the meat thermometer in to make sure that it's at the right temperature. So we hope that you got your Thanksgiving dinner going. We hope that if you're not cooking it, that you're invited out. So as you can see, I'm set up to roll. So y'all hang on just a minute. I'm going to get ready to get this camera on the stand and get this turkey. I keep saying turkey haven't even cooked. Somebody asked me last night, did they miss out on the giblet gravy? No, you didn't, because I have not cooked the turkey yet. I did cook turkey wings so I could go ahead and make my dressing, but no. And you know what, one thing that I really don't bother with is you know, I know you chop up the turkey heart, the liver, and the gizzard, chop them up, put them in the gravy. Honey, I threw them things away, wasn't even thinking about that part, but the gravy is going to be just fine because we're going to have the broth from the turkey when the turkey gets ready. So I know how to make giblet gravy, but you won't see the giblets, but you will see the gravy. So hang tight, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I had a little minor snafu. Let me just say this to people, especially if you're just starting out trying to cook, you're going to have little disasters like this. Don't get upset about it. Calm down about it. Turn the oven off. Get you some, I use this Dawn Power Burst stuff. Now, I added some Clorox to it a long time ago, and I made me a whole new ball. But anyway, I sprayed it down real good. And look, invest in one of these, I guess steel wool, whatever you call it, that one right there. That little thing is a handy dandy thing. Just let some water soak on there for a few minutes, because the whole bottom of this oven was covered with where the some of the juice from the brisket had leaked out. I guess my oven is not a guess. I know it's not sitting level. So some of the juice had seeped out and it had baked onto the bottom of the oven. Now I didn't want, because I only had it at 225 for all that time. So now I'm getting ready to turn this oven up so it would start to burn once I turn it up. So I had to calm down. Think about, well, I didn't get excited because I already know what you have to do. If you're going to use the oven, you got to clean it. You can't keep going. This probably set me back 15 or 20 minutes, which is wonderful because now the bottom of the oven is cleaned out. And then one day next week, I'll turn on the cleaning cycle and let it clean, you know, just let it clean, do overall steam clean. But invest in one of these little things right here. They work wonders. And let me tell you what else saved the day. I knew that stuff was baked on there. A metal spatula. Always have your metal spatula, honey, and it'll scrape that stuff up between those two things. And then just wipe it and clean it out and keep right on cooking. So I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, y'all, it's all done. I got my racks back in. I'm getting ready now to turn this oven up to 350 and get this turkey in. And I'm gonna go ahead and introduce to you the brisket, y'all. The brisket is out the oven, so I'm gonna close this up, and we're gonna do the drum roll. Go ahead and set my oven up here for 350. Okay, so we can get the turkey, and I'm gonna put the stuffing and the mac and cheese in there on the bottom rack because I need that turkey, you know, needs that tall space. So here we go. So you know we gotta allow, after a brisket is done cooking, you gotta let it rest. Let sit there and think about what it's been through for about 12 or 15 hours. And in this case, 8:30 at last night to 10:30 to 10 o'clock this morning. So, yep. Now what I gotta do is, I should have already done, I did it earlier, but I'm gonna do it again. I got my little meat thermometer. You know what? I'm gonna stick it through the thickest part of this meat, and hopefully it hasn't cooled down. But I'm sure it's ready to go. So what I got to do now, I will get that oil off of it, and I'll take the juices, and I'll make like a little broth to mop it with, and then after it's rested for its length of time, then we'll go ahead and cut it. Okay, there it is. That's the brisket, y'all. 15-pound brisket. It's done. It's ready. It's out of the oven, and boy, is it wonderful. I cut a little. You know how to cut me a little piece to see how it was. So y'all hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, when you're cooking any kind of meat, it has blood in it. So that blood, when it this has a little concave there, and it pulled up there and was looking right weird. Just get you a spoon, honey, and get it off. It ain't nothing. Don't pay. You know, when you're cooking sometimes and you see, like, oh, it's something, you know, people panic. But it's okay. It's just that little stuff right there. That's all it is. It's like when you boil chicken, you get that little, I call it little cloud, chicken clouds, get on top of the water. Just take it off. All it is blood. I mean, that's what blood does. Sangre. That's what happens when that heat hits it. But anyway, this brisket is ready. It was exactly 170 degrees, about 170, 75 degrees. So we're good to go with the brisket. We're gonna wrap it back up, and we're gonna let it rest. And then I'll come back in 2 or 3 hours, and we're gonna slice it, get some, get some in a pan and get that going. So we're on the way with this dinner, y'all. So I got to get ready to get my turkey in the oven. Okay, I'm doing something across the room, y'all. I got to get my turkey in the oven. I'm gonna get my macaroni and cheese in the oven. That turkey is gonna bake at 350 for about 3 hours. It's 15 pounds. So at that time it should be okay. Maybe 4 hours for 15 pounds. Yeah, 30 minutes per pound, I believe it is. Okay, y'all. So we got the brisket where I want it. So we're gonna just wrap it back up, and we'll start over with the turkey. Okay, y'all. I'm back. I'm getting ready to get this turkey going. I've had my turkey marinating in the refrigerator for a couple of days, so it is ready to be baked. This turkey didn't get hardened. This turkey is in the blessing business. This turkey is gonna bless us for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna put me a little olive oil in my pan, so I'm putting it in this great big old pan, so she will just have the room to just cook all that she needs to. Okay, I got my bell pepper and my onion and my celery over here. So what I'm going to do, you have to stuff that inside. I guess I could have, when I did the other part, but that's okay. We're good. Okay. Now we're ready. Okay. I got turkey in a different pan. I'm coming. Tell you, when you're cooking, and I have a very, for all this food that I'm cooking for about 50 people, I got a very small space going on. So I've had it sitting in this pan all this time in the fridge. So here she comes out the fridge. There she comes. Come out of your package. Come out of your wrapper, girl. This is my big old 15-pound butterball broad breasted turkey. So, well, she don't want to let her. She must be cold. She don't want to let her little covers go. There she go. So that's a good way to safely get it out of there. Okay. So we don't touch nothing else with that. We're just gonna get this baby ready to go to the trash. Okay. All right on. Okay, that's ready to go. Now, here we go. She's already seasoned. It's completely thawed out. The juices are flowing through there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start putting in, well, y'all can't really see, can you? Let me get a paper towel so I don't touch it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. So she's ready to get the, I'm stuffing everything that you see me put on in this front cavity. And I already took the neck and all that stuff. It's gone. I put it back in the freezer. I use the neck for something else later on at another time. I didn't, just whenever I was putting these together for this purpose and to get them, to get her ready for baking, I don't want any interference from anything. Now, just gonna turn it around like so. And we're just gonna put this bell pepper right there in that cavity with the onions and the celery and more onion. Okay. Now, what I did when I first seasoned this meat, I used all of my seasonings out of the cabinet. I need to go back and I need to sprinkle with a little bit of salt. And I'm just gonna get my salt. Let's see. Let's get this going. I use that Himalayan pink salt. Okay. And I'm just gonna sprinkle her all over on the outside. A little bit in that cavity, a little bit in that cavity. Just sprinkle it real good on the outside. And then what I'll do is because I got olive oil down here in the bottom of the pan, I'm just gonna take and rub her really good like so, okay? I want her to be nice and moist. And at some point, I'll go back in here and we'll put some butter. Now the broth that comes off of here, y'all know this is the broth that I'm gonna be using for my gravy. I've got a little bit of broth left from when I did the turkey wings the other day. Cream and I ate turkey wings. The turkey wings that I used to make my, okay. And there we go. Okay, now we gotta look toward getting this baby back into the oven rather. And look, as far as salt and all that kind of stuff, if you want to put extra salt, more salt, little salt, no salt, however you choose to do that, you know, you have all different kinds of ways that you can use the salt. Now I use my everything but the kitchen sink seasoning, and then I use a little bit of the Himalayan pink salt, and I'll use a little bit of this Adolfo salt, just something to make sure that it has a nice flavor on the outside and a nice seasoned flavor on that. And I put portrait seasoning. I'll go ahead and tell you everything I season with. Portrait seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, my everything but the kitchen sink seasoning. Y'all know everything, including the kitchen sink. Y'all, I put everything in that seasoning. So I make sure that everything is well seasoned. Okay. Now Rick already told me he wants both legs. And I said, oh, you want the turkey leg? He said, Gigi, I want both legs. I said, oh, okay. So he wants both legs. I told him, okay. So everybody else, you know, move over, look out, and I read the flame both of the legs on the turkey. So we'll see how that works out. So I'm just gonna put this And the reason I'm doing this is because whatever is melted down here in this pan is the juice that came out of the turkey. So I've had this turkey seasoned, and so that juice needs to go back. So it's ready for the oven, y'all. When y'all see this baby again, she will be ready to chow down on. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my mac and cheese and my stuffing in right at the same time. 350 for about 4 hours on this. Okay, y'all, there's the dressing, stuffing, chicken dressing, as mom used to call it, always called it dressing. So that's my mother's famous dressing from that I learned how to fix when I was a little girl. And also the macaroni and cheese. It's gonna be creamy cheese. This is my Velveeta melted cream cheese style macaroni and cheese today with a little touch of Parmesan right on top. We're gonna go ahead and put it into the oven. As you see, I've got double pans too. And I'm going ahead and turn these ends up, especially on that macaroni and cheese. Lord, we got it going on in here today, y'all. So what I always do with my mac and cheese, I don't tighten a piece of foil over. I just simply place a piece of foil over it because I don't want my cheese to get all rubbery and chewy. It's going to come out in about an hour. That dressing will have to cook an hour and a half. So y'all hang tight. When y'all see it again, it'll be ready to eat. Okay, everything's in, y'all. I'm getting ready to shut it down. That turkey's on top, mac and cheese and stuffing on the bottom, and we're gonna send it off to a good cook-off. So here we go, y'all.